Hello guys. We've got a exciting video today. What we have inside of this box is supposed to be a working Panasonic LaserDisc player. Now, I paid around all together. I paid like $130 for shipping and another $300 for the machine. If this machine doesn't work, I'm gonna be pissed. So let's hope that it works, because it's supposed to work. But people sometimes on eBay, they tend to lie about the items, and lately there's been a couple sellers that I hadn't had too good a luck with on the last couple things that I've gotten. One guy with that RCA VCR, where the guy said it was working and it wasn't. I had to fix it. And there was another one that I bought that had an issue, and the guy said it worked. So I haven't had too good of luck, but this is a very nice player. This is a very sought after player because it has a built-in time base corrector in it, and those can really help with the picture quality of the image that's being displayed. So we got mellow yellow to celebrate this rare occasion. We gotta make the mellow yellow move. Make the mellow yellow move, know what I mean? Okay, let's get this unboxed. So, put it aside. This is a very, I've been waiting for this all weekend, and I wasn't sure that it was going to show up today or show up on Monday. I'm glad it showed up today because, the model number on this thing, I believe, is LX1000. It's got a built-in time-based corrector, and it has, all the bells and whistles that you would want on a LaserDisc player. This is one of the Panasonic's high-end models. It can play both sides. So, let's get this unwrapping. I think they used way too big of a box. They gave me the remote and the power cable. But, where's the manual? There it is. Okay. And the manual came with it. Now, my Magnavox player actually went out about a month ago, and I was gonna try to repair it. I thought that maybe there were some I thought it had a bad, I tested one of the transistors on it and it was bad. So there was a bad transistor, and there was two capacitors on the circuit board that controls the motors and stuff. And it was bad, but put them in and it still didn't work. And then the power supply went out on it, and I'm like, you know what? It's the motor. So the direct drive motor, you're not going to find a direct drive motor for a Magnavox LaserDisc player unless you're paying a ridiculous amount of money. And I wasn't going to do that. So if I'm going to pay a ridiculous amount of money to have a working LaserDisc player, I might as well buy one that's already working and get one that will play both sides. So here's the paperwork. So this is the operating instructions for the LX1000U. It's a multi-laser disc player, meaning that it can play laser discs and it can play compact discs. It can play video discs, video CDs, not CD video, but video CDs. It can play, so I'm very excited to have this, and I'm hoping that this thing works. He said it worked, but I haven't had too good of luck with people on eBay the last couple purchases. So here's the power cord and the remote, and we'll get into that a little later. I hope the remote works. It would be nice to have a remote that works for it. So let's get wasn't very well wrapped, but I mean, it's not really going to be that great of protection. I mean, he should have put a little bit of packing around it. Bubble wrapping it was fine, but why didn't he put anything between the machine and the box? He just had paper. Well, paper is not going to protect it well. I'm lucky that this thing even made it without any damage for as little as he packed the thing. So I'm going to keep the box and the bubble wrap because I can use that to ship another machine. So let me show you the player. So here she is. It's got auto reverse, which means it can not only play both sides, but it will automatically play the sides. It'll just automatically play side B when it's finished side A. So we're going to get this thing cleaned up and plug it in, and we'll see if it works. So stay tuned for that, because the next thing we're going to do, we'll test it out, make sure it works. And I hope it works. If I have to fix this, if it can be fixed, you know, because these players, they have direct drive motors and they have belts and stuff, but some have direct drive motors, and if direct drive motors go bad, you have to replace them, and finding a part is not, it's going to be challenging to try to find parts for a LaserDisc player that is, you know, at least 30 years old. So it's just like trying to find parts for like a VHS machine or a Betamax machine. More likely beta machines are a lot harder to get parts for. You can get parts for them, but you have to pay a good price. So anyway, but this is going to be hooked up, so I'm going to pull it out of its, pull the remote out of the bag here. Yeah, it's a nice little bag. And there's a little, I don't know why he gave me the warranty thing, but I don't know, that's kind of cool. But we'll, I'll take that and put that. I'm gonna go clean the machine, so we'll put the operating instructions. We'll read that a little bit later on. We'll read the paperwork on that. And we'll get this thing plugged in and we'll see if it works. He did give me a nice little Velcro strap to strap the power cord together. So here is the remote. Let's take a look at the so he's got frame by frame on the CAV discs. You can do frame by frame and perfect pause, all that stuff. So the thing that concerns me is what I've seen in the pictures is a lot of oxidization. There's a lot of like battery acid that's, so I doubt this remote's gonna work. I'm gonna have to clean that with contact cleaner. As you can see that the blue it's got the blue stuff in there. So that's just probably acid from the old batteries. So we're going to now hook this thing up, and I'll clean the remote up, put batteries in it, and we'll see if we can get this thing to work. And he said it worked, but you never know. And when I told him that I would give him good feedback once I know it works, and he replies, well, yeah, let me know if it works, or something to that effect. I'm like, great, so you're just admitting to me that after I pay you a bunch of money that it may not even work. So, don't know. So, let's find out. Okay, here she is. She's powered on, she's plugged in. We've got a blue screen, which is the famous blue screen that LaserDiscs had, as well as VCRs. So, let's see if it works. I have The Odd Couple. This one was, it was a good movie. I liked it. Well, let me get the disc open. Okay. Play. Whoa, that was quick. It works, and that was very quick. This loaded it twice as fast as my Magnavox. My Magnavox and the Pioneer one that I had, they didn't load quick like, I mean, this one loaded quick. It loaded very good, but we're gonna watch a couple of movies on it just to make sure it works, because it could work now and then 5 minutes later it could have an issue. I've heard of that happening. That happens quite often with vintage electronics. Look at the quality of that picture. Very good quality. The thing, I've even, you know, and people have this problem with VCRs, mainly VCRs. There's a YouTuber that he had a NEC Beta Hi-Fi, like the one that I'm trying to get parts for. And he said he watched a movie on it, and he was fine. He said he went to put another movie in, and he said it stopped working. And that can happen with old electronics. You know, it could be working 1 minute, and the next minute or a couple hours down the road, stops working. I actually, one of the, this was before I started working on Betamax machines, so this was many years ago. But I had bought a working Betamax player. It was a SLHF R70, and it worked for about an hour, and then it failed. So I think I got a couple hours on it, and then it failed, and the guy said it worked. Well, it did when it first arrived, but then after a while it stopped working. So let's get some sound. I can't show this video because it's going to be a copyright claim, so I can only show a few seconds. So I can do that because I can't show the whole thing. Or I could put my hand in there. Do that way. You know, so I can't show that. But what we can do is we can show, I have a Pioneer LaserDisc. It is a demo disc. We could actually play that and do this video. So let's do that. Let's go ahead. We'll stop the player, and we'll open it up. So once I know that this machine has played for a couple hours and I start feeling like it's a reliable machine, this is going to be getting quite a bit of use. So hopefully it'll work for a while. I'm probably going to do a service on it. I am going to probably service this machine, meaning that I'll replace any belts that need to be changed. We'll re-lube everything. We'll clean all the old grease off. We'll re-lube it. Because I gotta get this thing so where it'll last me quite a while. I want it to last a long time because this is one that this is like a really nice high-end machine. This is one of the highest end machines that Panasonic made. And you know, Panasonic, I'm not a huge fan of Panasonic when it comes to VCRs, but you know, maybe their LaserDisc players are a little bit better. Panasonic, back in the 80s, they didn't have a very good reputation. You know, I know that there's going to be people out there that say, oh no, Panasonic's great. Well, if they're so great, why do they break down? Because I was always, back in the 90s, a lot of the VHS machines that I worked on, a lot of them were Panasonics. And it was Panasonics and, God, what was the other one? Sharp was another one. Those were VCRs that I've seen a lot of, you know. So this was back in the 90s when I was working on them, and I was in my teens back then. So I was a teenager, and I really didn't know a whole lot about VCRs back then. But you know, as you practice and you gain a knowledge on how to fix things, and you know, just to make a long story short, now I have a lot of knowledge that I use in repairing Betamax VCRs. And yes, I do VHSs still, but I'm mainly into Beta, and I'm not very good with the VHS machines because I don't know them like I know the Betamax machines. And I've been working on Betamax VCRs for quite a few years now, so the knowledge that I've obtained is knowledge from not only videos, but also books, any kind of material that would help me know how to repair something. So let's get my Pioneer demo disc out and we'll play it. Here it is, guys. Laser Optics 2. The future of home entertainment. So let's get this out, but we'll take a look here. This is some of the stuff. I gotta upload this to YouTube. This is a disc that, yes, I will be uploading to YouTube as soon as I can find my capture device. Because, but with this having a time-based corrector in it, I don't know if it doesn't look like it has any inputs. I think it's just got outputs, but I could use this as a pass-through for my VCR because it's got a built-in time-based corrector. And anyway, but I think it's just got outputs. But here's some of the stuff. The best show in town, the sharpest picture, the purest sound, the hottest entertainment, total control, the best screen in town, the video home theater, breaking the ice, the best show in town, surround sound demos, the video home theater. So that is what this has. So we'll go ahead and take it out and we'll play it. This is a neat disc that I know I can play and not get hit with copyright. Alright. See if it loads fast like it did the last time. Wow, that is really super fast. So we can now take a look at the TV screen. Yes, this is a pan and scan, and yes, I got it stretched to 16:9. Don't hate me. I know there's going to be a lot of haters down there. Put it in the correct aspect ratio. Well, this isn't your TV, and it ain't your player, so there.
The laser. The key to expanding the horizons of home entertainment.
Yes, we can put it on the correct aspect ratio by going, what is it, let's see.
Features of LaserDisc. All formats, all sizes, one package.
I can't remember how to do that here.
Meet the new center of your home entertainment system. Just choose your favorite music from CDs or your favorite videos from LaserDisc. Thousands of your favorites.
I can't remember how to do the aspect ratio here.
To classics.
All the gin joints and all the towns in all the world. She walks in a mine.
From blockbuster features. To interactive learning. The sharpest picture.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to.
And the hottest entertainment to choose from.
I was gonna put it on the 4x3, but I don't remember how to do that on this.
The best show.
It's been a while since I've done it.
HD TV, IDTV, XYZ TV. It all sounds so confusing and so far away. But if you want a much better picture, digital sound, and thousands of great music and...
Yeah, so I'm not sure how to put that on the right aspect ratio.
and cleaner than anything you have ever experienced in your home.
You know, when you want to do something on video, you can't do it, but off video, you can find out how.
You don't even have to throw away your existing system. Just add a Pioneer LaserDisc and you'll get the sharpest picture.
There we go. Auto, which will give me the correct aspect ratio right there. So there's the correct aspect ratio for the LaserDisc, so you haters out there could stop hating me and watch this video with me. Yeah, it is cool. I mean, just really cool to have this machine. And I ordered this machine and I got it very quickly. So I'm glad it's working. Yes, as soon as I get a capture card, I will upload this to YouTube. And I'll probably, and yes, I'll adjust it in the proper aspect ratio.
The biggest stars perform in your own home theater.
The colors are very crisp and clear. Just the quality of the player. I do have the remote, so we'll have to find out and see if the remote works. Now it'll automatically reverse to the other side. Oh, here we go. Here's some other settings. Okay, I thought this was a door down here, and it is. So, side A and side B I can hit. There's a skip button. Over here, this has got quite a bit of buttons on here for different things. So, I have a LaserDisc that has 2 channels of audio. It has English and I think Spanish was the other one, and I couldn't get the English audio to come in because I didn't have a remote for that Magnavox machine. So maybe with this player I'll be able to play Planet of the Apes and play it in the English audio instead of the Spanish or whatever other one it had. But this is all this really cool stuff. Now, this, you know, some people feel like this is actually better picture quality than a DVD. I don't think so. However, with this machine having that built-in time-based corrector in it, it does look as good and as sharp and clear as a DVD. So they're talking about LaserDiscs. And LaserDiscs are always really cool because they have an album cover. You know, this is an album cover. And that's what people really liked about LaserDisc. One of the things that I loved about it was the picture art. I'm not going to play the whole disc on video, but I just wanted to demonstrate the machine and show you how it works. But the colors are very crisp and clear and sharp, and just the color bleeding, which is what you usually get with analog signals, it just doesn't seem to be there. And it's probably because that built-in time-based corrector, which fixes a lot of the chroma noise that you get, or what I call discoloration, kind of, you know, you get little colored lines in the picture. But this has got just as good a picture quality as a DVD. So this player is actually giving the discs an edge. So we can hit skip. The best screen in town.
Pioneer LaserDisc. It is the best show in town. So why not play it on the best screen in town?
Yeah, so
Pioneer LaserDisc offers a superior video picture. Pioneer was challenged to create projection monitors.
and we have the video home theater. We'll go on that one after we let this play, but you can see how great a quality. You know, I remember the projection TV. In fact, my father bought one back in, I believe it was 1993, 94. My dad bought a projection screen TV. He got it for a really cheap price, and basically because it had a problem, and he took it to a repair shop. And they told him that it was going to be very expensive. There's that light again. They told him it was going to be very expensive to repair it. And so my dad just chose to give it back to its original owner because I think my dad got his money back. I don't remember because my father's not around anymore, so I can't really ask him. But I don't want to talk about that because that, you know. But anyway, so yeah, basically, you know, he had bought one, but it was going to take too much money to have it fixed.
But it's only the beginning of the story. Add a Pioneer LaserDisc and get ready for the best show in town.
You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll
Hey,
throw a raffle.
what about your kid's Nintendo? Where does he plug in? Put it all together with a Pioneer AV receiver. Expand the experience and go.
I know that, you know, it's sacrilegious to play a Pioneer product on a Panasonic product, but you know what? Who cares? Well, I thought we were going to see the home theater one. Oh, it says chapter 7, so it's gonna go to side B now. So it's now playing side B. Let's go to chapter 4. Audio Video Family Home Theater. Here we go. Let's watch this.
Are you still just watching TV?
Oh, I guess I was watching it. They put it again on the second side.
Pioneer. Okay, yes, the VCR is great, but it's only the beginning of the story. Add a Pioneer LaserDisc and get ready for the best show in town.
LaserDisc is just such an awesome format. I've always loved LaserDisc. The first time I actually saw a LaserDisc in person and actually seen the picture quality of a LaserDisc was back in high school. My science teacher named Mr. Flynn, he had a LaserDisc player. He had a Pioneer LaserDisc player, and he had a lot of science videos on the LaserDiscs. And one of the reasons why he liked LaserDiscs is because you can get a lot of educational videos on that format, and he himself loved the LaserDisc format because the quality of picture was so clear and crisp and sharp, you know. Now, I know that, you know, for you guys that, you know, you millennials out there, you guys that are younger than me that don't know anything about this, you guys like the Blu-ray. Well, yeah, Blu-ray is nice, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking Blu-ray, because Blu-ray is awesome, but this is the stuff that I grew up with. These are the electronics. These are the things, the formats that I grew up with. Betamax, VHS, LaserDiscs, you know. Those were the formats that I was familiar with, that I loved. And, you know, back when I was a kid, I couldn't get a Betamax player. I didn't know how to get one. I wanted one, I knew what it was, but I never could get one, and I actually seen the blank beta tapes at Weimar. So we can hit side A, and it's gonna go back to side A. So it has auto reverse, which I love. The fact that it'll just automatically play the other side, which is why I really wanted this player. This is a very nice machine, and I'm very happy with it. Yes, I paid a lot of money for it, but, you know, I like it. I can go forward. I can go back.
Digital audio technology of compact.
I can go frame by frame. Moving this, I'm going frame by frame.
Video quality and advanced features of LaserDisc. All formats.
So I'm gonna see what we can do about cleaning that battery. We gotta clean the battery post terminals on the remote and put batteries in, and we'll see if the remote works. But I knew that I could show. So I know that you guys would like to see the inside of this machine, probably. So we'll do that on another video. We'll take a look at the inside, but this video is basically unboxing it and getting it sanitized. Because of COVID, I sanitized things. I cleaned it with Lysol, which is a disinfectant, and it's, you know, the fact that I could play, you know, my LaserDiscs and actually have a remote now, and, you know. So let's see if we can get that remote to work. I'm gonna clean. Alright, I cleaned the remote with Lysol, so we can take a look at the cover here. As you can see, this has got a lot of corrosion right there, so I don't think that this remote is even going to work, but it may. So I'm going to use a little contact cleaner. I'm going to clean the contacts on the remote control and see if we can get this, because I'd love to be able to have a remote that works for this player. That's one of the reasons why I bought this, is not only because it was a high-end player, but because it had a remote. And it also had operating manual, the owner's manual. So it's something that was just really cool. And this might have been something that he had in his personal library, and maybe he just decided to get rid of it because he was switched to Blu-ray, or maybe it was just somebody that was garage sailing or went to a garage sale or an estate sale and bought this. I don't know. Because you never know. eBayers, they get them from thrift stores, they get them from, you know, I've only found one LaserDisc player in the wild one time at my local Goodwill, and I wish I would have bought it. I chose to buy the Betamax player instead, because I found one of those as well. I found 2 Betamaxes in the wild within the last 3 years, and I found 1 LaserDisc player in the wild. Okay, so I was able to clean the dirty contact. I got as much of that crap out of there as I can with my dental pick and some contact cleaner. Contact cleaner does help fix remote problems like corroded connections. So contact cleaner is something you should always have around if you're working on electronics like I do. I've actually fixed a couple remotes just with contact cleaner and dental pick by cleaning all the corrosion off. And even circuit boards can get corrosion on them, which stops the contact between the component and the board. So the remote works. We hit pause and it pauses. Hit play and it'll play. Now I'm wondering if this is a CAV or a CLOV. I think it's a CAV disc because it has, yeah, you can do frame by frame. So that means that it is a, there's that light again. So that is a CAV disc, because you can't do this with CAV. I mean with CLV. You can do it with CAV, but CAV, I mean, CLV you cannot do frame by frame. CAV you can do frame by frame. So, but something that I want to order is you know, I'd like to get the original Star Trek on LaserDisc as well. The original Star Trek releases, the Cage on LaserDisc would be good to have, because the Cage is the original first episode, which I don't think that one's available on the Blu-ray ones. It may be. I know don't think the DVD releases had the Star Trek, The Cage, the original episode, where it was some in black and white and some in color. I don't think that the DVD had that. The Blu-ray may have that. I don't know. But this is so cool, just to have this working. So I can literally hit pause. It'll pause, play. I can hit the skip button. I also have another demo disc for LaserDisc that has some color bars and stuff in it, but for this video, this is gonna be it. So we'll hit the stop button. Is there a stop button on the remote? I actually don't see. Oh, here we go. We can hit stop. Well, stop button doesn't work. Well, let's just do open. It appears that some of these buttons are not working. It does appear that some are not working. I'm gonna have to, it's probably got, yeah, some of the buttons are not working. I'll have to take this remote apart and do some cleaning on it because not all the buttons are working. Even the jog dial's not working either. So I have like pause and play works. Some of the other ones work, but it seems like a lot of the buttons on this thing don't work. So I'm gonna have to take the remote apart and repair it. But at least for now I can control the main functions, you know. Because I can't open it. It won't open. But at least I have like, oops. Well, at least I can pause the video. Like if I get up to go to the bathroom or something, I can at least hit pause and play, and at least I can, you know, pause the film if I'm watching it. You know, I think I could fix the remote. The remote's not that big of a deal. I mean, it would have been nice if all the remotes, if all the buttons would have worked. See, a lot of the buttons don't even work. So I am going to contact the seller and let them know that the remote don't even, like, over half the buttons don't work on the remote. Because this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, to pay that kind of money for something and to have the remote not even work, that's actually very frustrating and very irritating. It is a very big remote though, isn't it? So, I can power it off. See, I was scared because I didn't, when I plugged it in, I was scared because I didn't see nothing on the display. And then when I hit power, then it came on and I was like, okay, good. Because that scared me when I first seen it, so. Anyway, that's pretty much it. This is what I wanted to show. And hey, I don't think anybody has this model on YouTube yet. Nobody's actually shown this particular model, but the fact that it does have a built-in time-based corrector and it can play both sides, that was one of the things that drew me to this machine. And this had been for sale on eBay for quite some time, and I really think I paid too much. I think that I should have offered him $200. I should have just offered $200, because $130 to have this thing shipped, that's a ridiculous amount of money. It doesn't cost no $130 to ship this machine. Now, yes, I will say that I did get it fast, so I do appreciate that, but charging somebody that kind of money for shipping is ridiculous. But I am happy with the machine, so let's take a look at one more disc before we sign off. This is another disc that we'll take a look at. This is called Video Essentials, optimizing your audio/video systems. So this is a LaserDisc, obviously, and it has color bars in it, and it has quite a few things in there that actually will help you set up your TV for the best color, the best contrast, the tint, and all that. This disc helps you be able to do that. And so this is another one that I'll upload onto YouTube, because I don't think I'll get hit with copyright on this one. But let's go ahead. We're gonna pull it out and we'll put it in. So we've only got about 4 minutes left of record time on this card, on this camera. So before I dump the files, we'll end the video here, but take a look at that. So some of the titles and stuff that are on this, it does have color bars stuff, so it's really neat. Opening titles, audio and video system tour. We can go to, see, there's video test material, sharpness, overview of color and tints, video system calibration. It's got a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of really good previews of some of the movies and stuff on this as well. But this, you can see here. Now I'm going to put this back on 16:9 because I cannot stand the black bars on the sides. And yeah, I know you haters out there are gonna hate me, and you know, you should put it in the correct aspect ratio. I don't want to do that. So let's go to stretch, and there we go. Yes, I'm stretching it to 16:9. You can hate me if you want, but you know, I don't like black bars on my TV. See, if I had this in 4:3 and I was watching a widescreen title, I would have black bars on all 4 sides. So the best thing that I like to do is I could put it on stretch for that, and then I can put it on zoom, which will make the widescreen letterboxed, so that I'll have a little bit of black on the top and the bottom. But there's a lot of settings that you can do with your TV, because the correct way to watch your LaserDiscs is going to be on the 4:3 aspect ratio. Now, there was a guy on YouTube who commented, oh well, this Star Wars widescreen, you don't get black bars on all 4 sides. Yes, you will, because the aspect ratio on a LaserDisc for widescreen is different, and so 4:3 is what the LaserDisc is designed to run off of. And the problem is, watching in that 4x3, you're going to have bars all four corners, because you've got white bars on the top and on the bottom of the screen because it's a widescreen edition, and then you'll have bars on both sides if you're in the 4x3 aspect ratio. What you can do is you can go to, you can stretch it so that you only have bars on the top and bottom. But that does mess up your aspect ratio, so it's whatever you prefer to do, however you want to prefer to set it up. But anyway, this is going to be the end, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.